I'm a tour guide of the Cologne Cathedral workshop, and I have the best job in the world. Maybe it's difficult to explain what this cathedral means to us Colognes. The dome, as we call the cathedral in German, isn't only a strong symbol of cultural identification, but it is an object of deep affection. Only we Colognes can tell what it feels like when we come back to Cologne and see the spires of the cathedral rising on the horizon. And then we know what we had been missing all the time, because to us, home is where the dome is. Dombauhütte Köln means Cathedral Workshop of Cologne. Cathedral workshops are an excellent example of the organization of specialized work in the Middle Ages. Our cathedral workshop in Cologne carries on the old traditions and at the same time develops new high-tech solutions to improve the work process and the results. The importance of cathedral workshops was acknowledged by the UNESCO, declaring it part of the cultural heritage as an example of good safeguarding practices. In our workshop, we have 100 workers taking care of the cathedral every day. And like in the Middle Ages, the head of the workshop is our master builder, currently the 19th in a long line. That little face at the top of the arch of the axial window might be the face of our very first master builder who developed the first vision of this exceptional cathedral. Master builders in the Middle Ages were no studied architects as we know them today. They usually started their careers from being stonemasons, outgrowing the limits of mere craft work, showing a talent for design and innovation. They knew little about structural engineering, and so there was only one way to find out if their daring plans would work. Try and probably fail. But that would not stop them from trying again and again. Mathematics and geometry are the base of Gothic architecture. The laws of mathematics and the perfection of geometrical shapes are supposed to point at the inner structure of the universe, at the perfection of God's creation. This cathedral has succeeded in doing something that 5 teachers at school have failed at, to teach me an understanding of mathematics and even of its beauty. Gothic ornament is often inspired by nature. Leaves and blossoms are sometimes carved in a very natural way. Sometimes, though, they assume a more abstract shape, like these crockets that you find on pinnacles and in other places. But did you know that even the geometrical patterns of Gothic tracery are inspired by nature? So the classical trefoil is inspired by a columbine leaf. This device is a pointing machine, invented hundreds of years ago to help sculptors create a perfect copy of a statue. And in our cathedral workshop, we still basically work with the pointing machine, because there isn't any more precise method. For hundreds of years, the workers of the cathedral workshop were exclusively male. The first time that a woman was assumed as a sculptor was 1958. She created this beautiful image of the Queen of Sheba. After the war, destroyed sculptures were sometimes replaced with modern interpretations. This image clearly reflects the beauty standards of the 50s and 60s, including this wonderful bullet brow. Our cathedral has 11 bells. They all have their liturgical ringing times. The biggest bell we have is the St. Peter's bell, but we in Cologne call it Big Pete. It weighs 24 tons. The oldest bell that we have goes back to the early 14th century. It's the Angelus bell right behind me. Isn't it fascinating to be called to prayer by the same sound like the faithful since the 14th century? Light is an essential element of Gothic architecture. Light as a symbol of God, the Spirit, the transformative power of the Spirit that reveals the spiritual essence in each matter. The cathedral has windows from the 13th century up to the 21st. And though the expressive language of art has changed, the message has not, and speaks to us through the old windows as well as through the modern ones. When you come to the roof tour, you will see gargoyles, and that's not for the faint of heart, especially if you come during an evening tour and these worms of hell suddenly emerge in front of you out of the dark. But are they really so evil creatures? Let me reveal one secret to you. Most of the gargoyles were designed to be water spouts, deflecting the rainwater from the cathedral. And if you come on a rainy day, you will see our gargoyles spilling. Well, you must endure a bit of rain if you want to see a spilling gargoyle. Visitors who would like to take nice pictures of the cathedral often complain about the scaffolds. You will never see the cathedral without the scaffolding. Our master builders used to say, if you ever see a big cathedral without a single scaffold on it, stay away from it. It's a dangerous place. When the cathedral will be completed, the world will end. That's what we started saying in the Middle Ages, when nobody was believing in the completion of this cathedral anymore. But if it depends on us, no worries, because we will always be busy with maintaining this cathedral till the end of all days.